We are celebrating Vivacious viewers, and we're headed to Disney Springs to do it. Brittany here from Vivacious Views. Today we're headed to Disney Springs to celebrate some fun stuff going on for us, the behind the scenes of Vivacious Views. Steven is celebrating some fun accomplishments, some promotional things that just happened at his work for him. Also, I got a new job, Vivacious viewers. If you haven't watched the video already, I got a new job close by to where we live now here in Central Florida, and I am loving it. I'm working with Disney merch every day, Universal Studios merch, and I get to make people happy on their vacation. So let's go celebrate. Disney Springs is Walt Disney World's shopping, dining, and entertainment district. Basically the place to come if you want all the Disney vibes without needing to pay for a Disney park ticket. Parking is free here, and there's so much to see and do. The shops and eateries are always changing. We have lots of Disney Springs videos. I will link our playlist down in the description below if you want to go check that out. Today we are headed to STK for some happy hour eats and drinks. As of the filming of this video, the STK happy hour times are Monday through Friday from 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And they do have a late night happy hour Sunday through Thursday from 10 p.m. to close. During happy hour, seating is limited to the outside area here for the lounge bites and drinks. This STK Orlando location is 3 stories tall and does have one of the biggest rooftop dining spaces available at Disney Springs. We did a walk up today, and the hostess sent us a text link from Open Table for our reservation. We only had to wait about 15 minutes for our table to become available. The happy hour eats and drinks are very popular at STK, so keep that in mind. You may want to make your reservation ahead of time. Taking a look over the menu, the happy hour bites are $3, $6, and $9 options. These include options like oysters on the half shell, Wagyu meatballs, mushroom arancini, Japanese A5 Wagyu tacos, beef tartare, popcorn chicken, and steak and fries. Lots of good options to choose. There is also the STK cheeseburger that they are known for. The happy hour cocktails are regularly $23 each. You can get these for $9 during the happy hour times, which is such a great deal if you didn't want to eat, to just stop in here and grab a few drinks while you're enjoying all of the fun live entertainment around Disney Springs. Today I ordered the Fade to Blackberry. This is Jack Daniel's No. 7 whiskey with muddled mint, blackberries, and fresh lime. This is another one of those dangerously easy to sip drinks at Disney. Disney does have a heavy hand with their cocktails. I like to warn people. That first sip, you really get that whiskey kick. It does not disappear underneath the fruit. Then the blackberry comes through and softens everything, followed by that bright lime kick at the end. It is sweet but not too sugary. The fruit really tastes natural instead of syrupy. It's a very refreshing cocktail, great for a hot day in Florida. Now on to our happy hour bites, and I did put in the order for everything at once. I wish I would have staggered all of these light bites because everything has come to the table at one time. So we're going to do a quick overview of everything with prices, and then we'll go on to our food review. This is the Little BRG and truffle fries for $6. Crab and corn fritters for $3. Beef tartare was $9. Then there is the Japanese A5 Wagyu tacos. Those were $9 as well. And then the jalapeno pickled shrimp cocktail. This one was also $9. So a lot of good little bites for $3, $6, and $9 options. I'm going to start with my favorite and work my way to the least favorite bites that we had today at STK, starting with the little BRG and truffle fries. This little burger slider was so juicy. It was cooked medium rare, so that had that pink on the inside. The caramelized onions were very, very tasty. I would get the full-size burger of this any day coming to STK. We actually contemplated whether or not getting another one of the little BRGs with fries, but it was very good. Next of our favorites was the beef tartare. This is finely chopped raw beef with citrus chili paste, mushrooms, and a patamum style crisp. Now this was very, very tasty. It was seasoned very well, had an earthiness from the mushroom with umami flavors. It was light and bright with a bit of citrus heat. I love that raw beef with the crunch of the patamum, just made for a really perfect bite. Next up is the jalapeno pickled shrimp cocktail, which is STK's spicy twist on a classic shrimp cocktail. The shrimp does come chilled and super fresh, and what makes it different is that jalapeno brine pickling layer into the mix. Instead of just a cold cocktail sauce, you get this bright vinegary heat that builds slowly instead of hitting all at once. You get these crisp, clean, gigantic shrimp with that slow jalapeno heat that lingers without being too overpowering. These crab and corn fritters were almost a nostalgic take for me. Being from South Carolina, I love a good hush puppy, and these were giving almost crab and corn hush puppy vibes. Very good, a little bit of a comfort bite, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside with a mix of the sweet corn and the lump crab. So good, the seafood richness with the sweetness of the corn. Not usually paired together. I haven't seen this a lot, but it was a favorite of the bites that I had today. And for the worst bite of the day, which was surprising, the Japanese A5 Wagyu tacos were a huge disappointment. This was supposed to be the luxury bite of the lineup, A5 Wagyu tacos. But the steak itself was very dry. Even the onions that were supposed to be pickled and delicious were dry themselves. It just wasn't a great bite at all. The taco shells seemed a little stale, but mostly it was just the dried out A5 Wagyu beef that I could not get past. Luckily, all of the other bites on the table today were delicious enough to make up for that A5 Wagyu taco being kind of a disappointment. The shrimp was delicious. Love the crab and corn fritters. The beef tartare is one I would definitely get again, and I'll be going back for those burgers from STK. There's actually a few on the menu. We will be coming back by here more often to try more of those cocktails that are on the menu. To get a $23 cocktail for $9 is a steal of a deal at Disney, and the Fade to Blackberry was a really, really tasty drink on a hot day today. I have heard a lot of mixed reviews of STK Orlando over the years, which is a huge reason why today was the first visit. I've always heard that it was very expensive, overpriced for the portions, and that the steaks just weren't really living up to the namesake. While I did get a chance to look over the full STK menu, I did see how high those menu prices are. I do think that happy hour is where it's at here at STK Orlando. It is hard to find good happy hour deals anywhere on Disney property, so we are definitely adding this one to our happy hour playlist. And just a few doors down from STK Orlando is the Ganachery. This is Disney Springs' luxury chocolate, boutique, and dessert stop shop. The Ganachery is known for rotating seasonal flavors and their handcrafted ganache squares. You can watch the artisans as they make your ganache squares. They also make artisan handmade s'mores fresh to order, which cannot wait to come back soon and try those. They also have chocolate pops and lollipops, chocolate-filled piñatas that you can break open, and chocolate drinks. The ganache squares are such a great little treat for $3 each. They do boxes of 6, 9, and 16 as well, so you can kind of mix and match your flavors. They have ones with Mickey imprinted and Minnie Mouse. The flavors include orange, coffee, chipotle, cinnamon, Egyptian sea salt, coconut, raspberry, passion fruit, peanut butter, and more. We decided to go with 2 ganache squares today. The first square we picked up is the raspberry ganache. This starts with a smooth, rich, dark chocolate shell, but the surprise inside is a soft, creamy ganache center infused with real raspberry flavor. That first bite is deep and silky chocolate that hits immediately, followed by that raspberry, slightly tart flavoring. Next up was the caramel fleur de sel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This one is made with a smooth caramel ganache center wrapped in chocolate, but the key is the sea salt crystals that are sprinkled on top. The buttery caramel melts instantly in your mouth, and that rich milk dark chocolate coats everything. It's the little pop of salt though that makes that sweetness hit so much harder. This is one of my top favorite dessert spots to stop at in Disney Springs because of the rotating seasonal options that happen in here. I actually just saw on Instagram that the Olaf chocolate sipper is back at the ganachery. It is milk chocolate Olaf filled with malted milk chocolate sipping ganache for $13.50, and we cannot wait to go and try this. So be sure to follow Vivacious Views on Instagram to check that out. We are now making our way over to the marketplace area of Disney Springs, more specifically the Marketplace Co-op. There is a new fruit stand line of merch that Disney dropped for spring and summer that is super cute. I just had to take a look. This is the Mickey and Minnie Mouse Strawberry and Oranges stainless steel travel tumbler. Comes with a straw with the Minnie Mouse strawberry top and a zip case for $59.99. There is a Mickey Oranges bottle stopper for $19.99. The Mickey and Minnie Mouse Strawberry and Oranges glassware set is $34.99. Does come with a set of 4. These are the Minnie Mouse Oranges ear headband that is new for this year. These are $36.99. These would be great for the flavors of Florida that happens here at Disney Springs. Hopefully Disney releases the dates for that coming up here soon. The Mickey and Minnie Mouse Fruit Stand Canvas Tote Bag is $39.99. The Mickey Mouse Oranges Pillow is $39.99. I love this fruit design. This is so fun for spring and summer. This is the Mickey Oranges, we'll call it maybe a trinket dish or a spoon rest for $29.99. Got the picture frame for $39.99. Here is the Mini Strawberries Dish Towel. This one is $19.99. A matching Minnie Mouse Strawberries mug that is $19.99. Fun bag charms for $14.99. These are Mickey shaped oranges, a pineapple. Looks like they also have the cherries here. Oh, I love this. It is a Mickey and Minnie little fruit basket salt and pepper shaker. This is $29.99. It looks like the fruit is in a little basket. And lastly, a navy blue hat with the Mickey orange. It says fresh from Walt Disney World on the back. And this hat is $32.99. Love this line of fruit stand merch. And just a short walk from the Marketplace Co-op is Goofy's Candy Company. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I do have a sweet tooth. I love grabbing sweet treats from here to take back home with me. This is one of those locations on Disney World property with the confectionery case that has things like the candy apples and those Rice Krispie treats that I love, chocolate chip cookies, fudges, and different candies, marshmallow pops, and more. You can also create your own treat here, which is such a fun experience that I love doing. I'll link down below the last video where we came in and did this. Such a fun treat. Sweets acquired. I will show you those once we get back to the apartment. Look at that gorgeous Disney Spring sunset. Y'all know I love a good Disney sunset. Woo! Bye. Funny story, y'all. Since we had the light bites at STK and then walked around, did a little shopping, we're hungry again. So we're gonna walk the waterfront here over to one of my favorite quick service bites. Look, there's an Ampa car out on the water. You can do this over at the Boathouse restaurant. I will link that video down below in the description of our Boathouse visit. We love that restaurant. And one day, bucket list, we're gonna do the Amphicar. We are gonna grab some bites from the Smokehouse. If you have been following Vivacious Views blog for the past 10 years, you know that the Smokehouse at the House of Blues restaurant is one of my favorite, and has always been one of my favorite quick service restaurants to stop and grab a bite at. They have those big famous turkey legs that you know I love. So we're gonna grab some barbecue today. They are famous for their brisket, their smoked turkey legs, their barbecue ribs, and their pulled pork sandwiches. We got the barbecue brisket sandwich for $16. This is served with house-made slaw and baked beans. I also asked about the mac and cheese, if I could just try it, and she basically gave me kind of a whole side. I love Disney magic. And I also ordered a Michelob Ultra, and this was $7. Got a nice little spot that we're sitting at here, right underneath the House of Blues water tower. This is OG Downtown Disney. If you remember Downtown Disney, before it was Disney Springs, all of this was here. That is how long I have been coming to Disney World, y'all. I used to rave on the blog about Smokehouse having the cheapest, coldest beer at Disney Springs. And while that's not necessarily true anymore, the food at Smokehouse never disappoints. Now we are gonna make our way back to the apartment so I can show y'all the treats, the sweet treats that we got from Goofy's Candy Company. Such a fun evening at Disney Springs, another gorgeous sunset, and STK, happy hour fun. Happy hour lounge bites are good. We did pick up a couple of sweet treats from Goofy's Candy Company, starting with the Werther's Original Caramel Strawberry Butter Bar. This was $5.79. It is chopped strawberries and strawberry flavored Werther's Original Caramel, layered into buttery shortbread with oats. This was not a favorite of mine. It reminded me very much of a granola bar because of those oats in there. The butter bars that I've had before at like the Caramel Kusha at Epcot did not taste like this. They were much better. So this one didn't really like too much. Now this big boy, on the other hand, went straight to the top of my favorites list. This is the peanut butter and jelly cookie pie with M&M's peanut butter and chocolate candies. It was $7.79, and that jelly inside is strawberry jelly. It does have a peanut butter frosting in there as well, and one of the best peanut butter cookies I have ever had. I've had the peanut butter cookie at Magic Kingdom. This is a new version where they've added the jelly inside of theirs. Very nostalgic to a PB&J, but in cookie format. Love it. And because I was a little bummed about that caramel strawberry butter bar not living up to expectations, I did go back to Goofy's Candy Company a couple days later to get my Rice Krispie treat fill. If you know me, you know that I am a Rice Krispie treat girl. I love these Krispie treats at Disney. This is the mini strawberry cereal treat with M&M's milk chocolate candies, and it was $8.99. Now it is a strawberry flavored crisp rice cereal treat with pink chocolatey coating, M&M's milk chocolate candies, and a pink chocolatey bow. I also picked up the Werther's Original Caramel Pecan Cluster for $5.79. This is Werther's Original Caramel layered with roasted salted pecans and milk chocolate. It is worth noting that in today's video, we were able to use our annual pass holder discount at Goofy's Candy Company for 20% off of all of our sweet treats. And also at STK Orlando, we were able to use our AP discount for 10% off today for those lounge bites. Really good deal. Thanks for coming along with us on our little adventure to Disney Springs, celebrating some accomplishments behind the scenes of Vivacious Views. Trying new eats at STK was delicious. Great prices on those lounge bites. Little bougie bites for cheap. You know, I love that. Also getting some sweet treats and just exploring some fun at Disney Springs. I love bringing y'all along for all of our adventures. If you haven't already, be sure to go hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you want to see more Disney Springs fun, more fun at Disney World. Stay vivacious, viewers, and we'll see you on our next video.